What if I told you that the worst years of your life might actually be the best thing that ever happened to you? What if every failure, every rejection, and every moment you felt like you were wasting time was actually building something inside you? Something powerful, something invisible, something the world could not see yet. There was a man I want to tell you about. A man who spent 8 years looking like a complete failure. For 8 years, people whispered, "What is wrong with him? Why can't he just choose one thing and stick to it?" But here is what nobody knew. While everyone thought he was wasting his life, his brain was changing. It was rewiring itself. It was preparing him. It was transforming him into something rare, something valuable, something the world desperately needed. And then one day, everything changed. Not because he got lucky, but because 8 years of invisible work suddenly became impossible to ignore. If you have ever felt like you were behind, like you were wasting time, like everyone else has figured it out except you, this story will change everything. Once upon a time, in a village surrounded by green fields and flowing rivers, there lived a young man named William. William was 25 years old. He was educated, he was hardworking, but he was completely lost. While his friends were building families, starting businesses, and becoming successful, William was wandering. He tried farming, he hated it. He quit after 6 months. He tried working in the village market. He felt empty. He left after a year. He tried teaching children. He could not find his purpose. He walked away. People started talking. "William is wasting his life," they whispered. "He's smart, but he cannot commit to anything." His father would look at him with disappointment. "Son, when will you finally settle down? When will you become someone?" William did not have an answer because he didn't know. Every night, he would sit alone, staring at the stars, wondering, "What is wrong with me? Why can't I figure this out?" But here is what nobody saw. While William looked lost on the outside, something was happening on the inside. After leaving farming, William became an apprentice to the village carpenter. His name was Thomas. He was a master craftsman. For 3 years, William learned. He learned how to shape wood, how to see the grain, how to turn a rough piece of timber into something beautiful. Then he left. People shook their heads. "There goes again. He can't finish anything." Next, William worked with the blacksmith. His name was Marcus. William learned metalwork. For 2 years, he learned to bend iron, to heat it and hammer it, to create strength from raw metal. Then he left again. More whispers. William the quitter, always running away. After that, William studied under the village scribe. He learned to read, to write, to put thoughts into words. 2 more years, then he moved on. By the time William turned 33, he had trained under 5 different masters, and he had finished with none of them. His younger brother now owned land. He had a family. He had respect. William had nothing, or so everyone thought. One cold evening, the village elder stopped William in the square. "William," he said. He spoke not unkindly, but firmly. "You are 33 years old. When will you stop wandering? When will you become someone?" William felt the words like a knife in his chest. He walked home slowly. He went inside his small cottage, and for the first time in years, he broke down. Tears streamed down his face. 8 years, he whispered. 8 years of trying, and I have nothing to show for it. What is wrong with me? He looked at his hands. They were rough from carpentry. They were scarred from metalwork. They were stained with ink from writing. "I am a failure," he said to the empty room. "A 33-year-old failure." The next morning, William was walking past the blacksmith shop. Old Marcus called out to him, "William, come here, boy." William walked over. His head was down. He was expecting another lecture. But Marcus looked at him with different eyes, eyes that saw something others didn't. "Do you know what you are?" Marcus asked. "A failure?" William replied quietly. Marcus laughed. It was a deep, knowing laugh. "No, you are the rarest thing in this village." William looked up. He was confused. "In 8 years," Marcus continued, "you have learned from 5 masters: carpentry, metalwork, writing, trading, teaching. Do you realize what that means?" William shook his head. "Your brain has been rewiring itself," Marcus said. "Every skill you learned, every hour you practiced, it changed something inside your mind. You have been becoming someone new, someone the village has never seen before, someone with 5 masters' knowledge in one body." William felt something crack open inside him. "But I quit everything. I never finished." "You didn't quit," Marcus interrupted. "You were collecting, piece by piece, skill by skill, and very soon all those pieces will connect, and when they do, the world will need exactly what you have become." 3 weeks later, it happened. A wealthy lord visited the village looking for craftsmen. He called a meeting in the square. Everyone gathered. "I need something built," the lord announced. "A grand entrance gate for my estate. It must have carved wooden panels, decorative ironwork, and inscriptions telling my family's story." The crowd murmured. The carpenter spoke first. "My lord, I can do the wood, but not the metal or the writing." The blacksmith stepped forward. "I can do the metalwork, but not the wood or inscriptions." The scribe raised his hand. "I can write the inscriptions, but I know nothing of carpentry or metalwork." The lord sighed. "So I need 3 different craftsmen? This will take months and cost me a fortune." That's when William stepped forward. His heart was pounding, his hands were shaking, but his voice was steady. "My lord," he said, "I can do all 3. The square went silent. Then whispers. Then laughter. "William?" someone said. "William, who couldn't finish an apprenticeship? William the quitter?" The Lord looked at him skeptically. "You can do carpentry, metalwork, and writing? All of it?" William's voice didn't waver. "Give me 30 days." The Lord studied him, saw something in his eyes, desperation, but also determination. "Very well," the Lord said, 30 days, but if you fail, you pay me for wasted time." William nodded. "I won't fail." William went to work. Day 1, he selected the wood. His hands remembered Thomas's teachings. Every cut was precise, every angle was perfect. Day 10, he began the metalwork. His arms remembered Marcus's training. The iron bent to his will. The patterns emerged like music. Day 20, he wrote the inscriptions. His mind remembered the scribe's lessons. The words flowed like water. And as he worked, William realized something that made him weep, not from sadness, but from understanding. "I've been training for this my entire life. Every master I learned from, every skill I built, every year I thought I was wasting, it was all preparing me for this moment." The 8 years weren't wasted. They were the foundation, the training, the transformation. On day 30, William stood back and looked at his work. It was magnificent, beyond anything he imagined he could create. The Lord arrived. The entire village gathered. They were curious. They were skeptical. They were waiting to see William fail. The cloth was pulled away from the gate. Silence. Complete silence. The wooden panels were carved with such detail they looked alive. The metalwork was so intricate it seemed to dance. In silence for 8 years, while everyone thought I was lost, I was becoming. The village elder stepped forward. He was staring at the gate. "William, I had no idea." "Nobody did," William replied softly, "because mastery is not built in public. It is built in the dark, in the quiet, when nobody is watching." The Lord paid William more than he had ever seen. Word spread to neighboring villages. Suddenly, everyone wanted William's work. But William never forgot the lesson. 2 years later, a young man knocked on William's door. His name was Daniel. He was 22 years old. "William," he said, "I need advice. I am lost. I have tried 3 different jobs. I failed at all of them. Everyone says I am wasting my life." William invited him in. He gave him tea and he smiled. "How old are you?" William asked. 22. "I was lost until I was 33, 11 years of wandering." Daniel looked up. He was surprised. "Every job you try, every skill you learn, even if you quit, it is rewiring your brain. You are not wasting time. You are collecting pieces, and one day those pieces will connect, and you will become someone nobody expected." "But what if I never figure it out?" Daniel asked. William stood up. He walked to his workshop. He showed Daniel the tools. "Do you see these? Carpentry tools, metalworking tools, writing instruments. 8 years ago, people thought I could not finish anything. Today, I am the most sought-after craftsman in 3 villages. Not because I was born special, but because I spent years working on myself in silence, building skills nobody could see, until one day they could not ignore them." Daniel's eyes filled with hope. "So I am not wasting time?" "No," William said firmly. "You are becoming. Just keep building, keep learning. Work on yourself when nobody is watching, and when your moment comes, you will be ready." If you are watching this today and you feel lost, if you feel like you are behind, like everyone else has figured it out except you, if you feel like you are wasting time, trying things and quitting, moving from one thing to another, hear this. You are not wasting time. You are collecting skills. You are rewiring your brain. You are becoming someone the world will need. Every hour you spend learning something new changes your brain. It literally rewires the connections inside your mind. The years between starting and succeeding are not wasted years. They are the forge. They are where mastery is built. Work on yourself in silence. Let success make the noise. If this story touched your heart, if you needed to hear this today, subscribe to Tales with English. Every story here is a lesson. Every lesson is a step forward. Work on yourself. The world is waiting for who you are becoming. God bless you, and remember, the man who looks lost today might be the master the world needs tomorrow.